be looking at PCOS and fitness. I know those of us living with PCOS often have concerns or questions about our fitness and health. And so we're here tonight to talk with Dana Lewis, who is all the way from Trinidad. Thank you for joining us
No
virtually.
problem at all.
So just a little bit about Dana. She is a qualified woman-specific personal trainer living with PCOS. And so she is deeply committed to helping women with hormonal conditions regain control over their health and well-being. Her approach is designed to empower women through personalized fitness plans and exercise strategies tailored to support hormonal balance, strength, and vitality. With first-hand experience navigating the challenges of PCOS, she offers a compassionate, and informed perspective, understanding the unique struggles women face in managing these conditions. Her goal is to provide more than just a workout routine. She aims to create sustainable, lifestyle-enhancing solutions that help women feel their best. In addition to her expertise in fitness, she is a certified nutrition coach and holds a bachelor's of science in nutrition science with a minor in sports nutrition from the University of the West Indies. She also brings valuable healthcare experience as a nutrition and dietetics technician, giving her a well-rounded understanding of how to integrate nutrition with effective training for long-term success. Her passion is to inspire and guide women toward lasting improvements in their health through a combination of fitness, accountability, and compassionate support. Welcome, Dana.
Hi, so thank you for having me. Thank you. I really truly appreciate it. I just want to know that everybody's hearing me clearly and I'm not having any issues like communication issues at this moment. As you know, Zoom could have these little tiny issues. So a thumbs up, a yay, I will take it.
We're hearing you clearly.
All right, perfect. So I want to go into PCOS and exercise. So we all know what PCOS is. We go to our doctors, we go online, and we have this defined definition. And it's practically a hormonal disorder. So when you go to the doctors, one of the things that they mention is lifestyle changes. So focusing on diet and exercise. So what I really want to get into today is literally teaching you the importance of incorporating exercise into your routine and how is that going to help you to manage your PCOS symptoms. So you might see me look at my laptop because I try not to miss any points because I really want to get into the detail of it to help you understand why you need to incorporate exercising and how fundamental it is. So we know that PCOS is a hormonal imbalance. You have the elevated androgens, which is the male hormones, ovarian cysts that may appear in, well, small ovarian cysts that may appear in some women, not all women in PCOS have it. Then the insulin resistance, the difficulty in using insulin effectively. Um, Common symptoms will be like irregular menstrual cycle, weight gain, acne, oily skin, which is something that I do have, excessive hair growth or hirsutism, which is a real struggle. Then you have thinning hair, and the one that we all hate the most, especially if you're trying to conceive, is fertility issues. So one, I want to discuss the importance before I get into the type of exercises you can do. So why is exercising important? One, it helps to improve your insulin sensitivity. So we know PCOS is known to be diabetes of your ovaries. And once you exercise, it's going to help your body use insulin more effectively and reducing your blood sugar levels. So practically, insulin is practically, to break it down into layman terms, it's like the key to your blood cells. And once your key isn't working effectively, therefore the sugar can't really enter your blood cells and be stored properly. So what happens is all the sugar now remains in your blood. So once you start to exercise, what this is going to do is it's going to enhance your glucose uptake as you're going to be using up more energy and increase and use up the amount of glucose or sugars that is in your bloodstream. It's going to help to increase your muscle mass once you start to implement resistance training and build lean muscle. Your muscle tissue is going to now, you're going to have more muscle to store uh, more glucose, which is going to improve your insulin sensitivity. It's going to improve your insulin signaling, reduce fat, improve blood flow actually, and of course, hormonal changes and stress reduction. Once you start to also incorporate exercise, it's going to aid in weight management, and help regulate your menstrual cycle. So this is something we all, oh, I can't say we all, but most of us struggle with when we don't really have our PCOS managed. So what regular exercises do, is that it helps to balance your hormones, including estrogen and progesterone, which are very crucial for a regular menstrual cycle. So once you start to exercise and you reduce your body fat, it's going to help to balance your hormones that disrupt your cycle. And you're now going to have a regular menstrual cycle. And I've seen this in a lot of my clients. Within like 3 to 4 months of regular exercise, their menstrual cycles begin to be regular, without using any birth control or medication like metformin or anything like that. So, of course, exercise is also going to reduce those male hormones, those androgens, enhance your well-being, improve, your cardiovascular health because we are actually at risk for cardiovascular diseases and support your overall well-being. So it's very important that you really incorporate exercising into your routine to manage your PCOS symptoms. So I'm going to get into the type of exercises. I know this is the one you guys want to hear. So what exercises you should do that now that you have PCOS? So you get diagnosed, your doctor's like, yeah, you need to start exercising, but you don't know where to start. A lot of personal trainers like don't know, especially male, they don't really understand PCOS. And it's still something we are now like you can say learning about because it's now becoming so common. So where to start? Just simply walking for 30 minutes. Just simple and easy, a very low impact workout. It requires no equipment. It can be done anywhere, anytime. And what walking for 30 minutes actually does, it helps to improve your insulin sensitivity. And as I discussed, the importance of improving insulin sensitivity, it aids in weight management, of course. Helps to regulate your hormones, reduces stress. One thing that is common with PCOS is anxiety and depression. So walking actually helps with that. And it enhances your cardiovascular health. So it is scientifically proven that walking every day for 30 minutes can actually help reduce your PCOS symptoms, as compared to doing like heavy cardio 2 or 3 times a week. Another X type of exercise that you should include into your routine or regime is slow weighted exercises. And what these slow weighted exercises using like dumbbells, weights, or resistance bands is going to do is it's going to help you build lean muscle mass. And what this lean muscle mass is going to do is it going to increase your metabolic boost your metabolism, and help you burn more calories actually. It enhances fat loss, improves the insulin sensitivity again, and it is a much more sustainable routine because these are like very easy on the joints and can help with like maintain. You could do something, it's something that you could do long term and it is easier to stick to. Another type of exercise that you should include also is like cardio. So I'm going to go back to resistance training. You should include resistance training like about 3 to 4 times a week if you can. Just talk to your personal trainers and let them know you have PCOS and be like, hey, I want to include resistance training. So they could create a routine that will be specific for you and focus on your different body parts. So light cardio is a very popular one. Cycling, swimming, again, just as beneficial as walking, as it's going to improve your heart health, support weight management, insulin resistance, boost your mood, uh, of course, increase energy. So those are the three workouts like you should mostly incorporate also together with either Pilates and yoga, as these are slow exercises. And I really want to now touch on one particular exercise, high intensity training. I get asked this a lot. Like if my clients come to me and be like, should I do HIIT? So there's nothing wrong with high intensity training once done in a timely manner, no more than 30 minutes, because you're going to get the same benefits as cardio. Is going to actually boost that weight loss and boost your metabolism. And then it could also include weights training in it. Somebody said something.
Common arrhythmias in just 30 seconds, including atrial fibrillation, bradycardia, and tachycardia. Check your heart.
Hi, I think somebody, yeah, thank you. So if you want to do high intensity training, I recommend not going more than 30 minutes. So what happens when you do high intensity training, like more that go beyond 30 to 45 minutes, this is actually going to elevate your cortisol levels, or it's called your stress hormone. Cortisol actually disrupts the way your body stores fat, and fat is now stored in your stomach area. And that is actually going to affect your PCOS symptoms, and everything you're trying to do is just going to counteract it. So all in all, I would say that to start slow, if you're now starting your exercise journey, so if you want to start walking 10 to 15 minutes and build your way up, resistance training, you can use YouTube videos if you have like weights at home, or bands at home, and you could research slow weighted exercises for your legs, upper body, your glutes, whatever part you want to work, do it 3 to 4 times a week. So, because strength training is very important, mix it up, make it fun, find Pilates classes, yoga classes, as this is going to actually help with your PCOS symptoms. So that's it for me. Any questions, I am willing to answer.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Alicia is going to help me if there are any questions in the chat. Or if there's no questions in the chat, you are free to unmute your mic and ask Dana any questions that you may have. Lisa, are there any questions in the chat?
We don't have any questions as of right now, but we will open the stage to anyone who has any questions or comments.
I have one. The slow weighted exercise. Can you talk a little bit more about what that is? Because I think it's the first time I'm hearing that term, so I'm not sure like
So,
what
yes,
I should
so
be doing. Yes.
what you should be doing. So slow weighted exercises, practically your weighted exercise. So your squats with your weights. It can be goblet squats, sumo squats, any type of squats, lunges. It's just any exercise that has resistance. Any exercises using like your resistance bands or dumbbells, or any gym, any of the weighted equipment. Those are weighted exercises, but you're doing it at a very slow pace.
Okay, that's doable.
Yeah.
For those of us who are not comfortable in the gym, can you share some exercises that we can do from the comfort of our home?
Yes.
That
So that's
would
what
be
good for PCOS. So that's why I went back to, because describing the exercise and the movements is two different things. So that is why like I went back and like I was speaking about the YouTube videos to help you get an idea of the movements. So you can use your YouTube videos for weighted lower body, upper body, or any body part that you want to use. So if you're at home, Again, I'm gonna like use different types of squats, different type of lunges, glute bridges, leg extensions, which we know as donkey kicks, fire hydrants. Then your upper body could be like bicep curls, any tricep movements to work your triceps, shoulder presses, all those resistance training workouts. And you can do that with dumbbells. If you have dumbbells at home, you can fill water bottles with sand. Because that is also effective. Or if you have like the long resistance bands, any resist type of resistance will training or is actually like slow weighted training.
Okay. And I have one last question. So
Mhm.
I got caught up in the TikTok trend of the stepper machine.
Mhm.
I ordered one. It's not here yet, but is that something that would be beneficial, or did I just waste my money?
No, it is actually really good because you going to get that slow cardio. You can do it at your pace. You can do your slow cardio. You can do your HIIT workouts with it. Just try not to go beyond 30 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Is there anybody else who would like to ask Dana any questions? Don't be shy.
Hi, good night. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify something, right? You said don't exercise for more than 30 minutes.
Mhm.
But if you're, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're comfortable with it, can you go more than 30 minutes?
Yes, but when I say don't work out for 30 minutes, I was referring solely to high intensity interval training, that high rep activity. Um, if it is something that your body is used to because you are training for years and it doesn't negatively impact your PCOS, you don't feel like overstressed, then yes, because you can be the one out because I can do HIIT workouts for more than 30 minutes and it wouldn't really like affect my cortisol levels. However, for most women, especially women who don't exercise regular, going beyond 30 minutes actually elevates their cortisol levels and therefore they tend to store more fat in their stomach area. And then they'd be like, hey, I'm losing fat everywhere, but just my stomach area is getting bigger. And that is the repercussions of exerting yourself for more than 30 to 45 minutes, especially when you like now start working out. But if you are doing it for years and it doesn't affect you, you can go right ahead. Hello?
Yes, understood.
Yeah. Any other questions? Guys, I'm here to answer all questions to help out as much as I can. What I want to know, and you guys can send a thumbs up or just say yeah, is if you guys like really, as women with PCOS, if you know anyone with PCOS, if you really understand how important exercise is. This is like something I really want to like really know. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, yes. I understand it's important. Um, but it's it truly is lifestyle change because of my job. I work really long hours. My
Mm-hmm.
preferred way of exercise is walking. I like to take long walks. But because I work so late, I get home usually at night, not safe
Mm-hmm.
to be walking at that hour. That's how I ended up going down the TikTok hole with the type of machine, because it's something I can do before I go to work or after I come back from work
Yeah.
in the safety of my own home.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the balance of, okay, I have to work. I work long hours. The long hours and hard work causes stress. And
Yeah.
so the stress raises the cortisol levels. You already have the midsection fat. The stress
Yeah.
makes it worse. And then in my case, I have other conditions that causes bloating. And so it's like I lose weight, but the stomach doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's that issue. That's one of my challenges as a woman with PCOS
Yeah.
and endometriosis. I'm
Yeah.
trying to
That's
deal
a
with
double whammy right there because
yeah,
trying to control endometriosis is a complete different story. Because endometriosis, I would say, like when I think about endometriosis, I think about it as a slow cancer of the body because it could appear anywhere. So it's for endometriosis is like paying attention to all like those foods that cause inflammation, not overexerting yourself. And then with that, you need to be very careful to do any intense exercising because it can cause flare up. It's and pain for yourself. So definitely the slow walking, the stepping, slow workouts such as yoga will definitely help with endometriosis.
nice. Just gotta make the
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
Yeah. Time is it is very important to make the time for yourself. I
it
mean,
is.
this is your body. You have it is your temple. Like you have to take care of yourself. And with PCOS, you have to put in that extra effort. As hard as it is, because I mean, you're gonna be doing the work and feeling like you're not going anywhere. You're going to be making the changes, and some days it's going to be hard. Then you're having problems sleeping. Um, the cravings and then all the negativity that comes with it. Let's not talk about the stress and depression from yourself and stem from the people around you that don't fully understand what you are going through. So dealing with PCOS isn't easy, and I would say never let somebody else tell you or put down what you're going through right now. And it's very stressful and it's just a cycle. So it's really to be take time for yourself and have grace, a lot of grace when you are trying to lose weight with PCOS because it's not as easy as everybody thinks it is.
That's true.
Yeah.
You said cravings, which I know I'm asking a lot of questions,
And
but
that is fine. That is okay.
yeah, to learn. I know a lot of PCOS girlies have sugar cravings.
Yeah.
So I'm tapping into your dietitian side. Um, I guess it could be both for the dietitian and the workout part. How
Hmm.
can we cope, or what can we do to help with the sugar cravings?
Okay.
Um, and yeah, I think that would cover the question. Yes.
So there's a few things you can do to help with your sugar cravings. And this is something that I actually do to help with mine. First thing is incorporating protein in all your meals. So incorporating protein for breakfast, have for you, like a medium and mid-PM snack for your lunch. It's what protein does is going to help keep you fuller for a longer time. Um and you tend to because you're full, you tend not to gravitate or want to run towards these sweet. Sorry about that. My phone was going off. So another thing you can do is that you can focus on your meal timing. This is eating every 2.5 to 3 hours apart. So for example, you have breakfast, then you have a medium snack, lunch, a mid-PM snack, and then dinner. So once you're eating on time and eating these 2.5 to 3 hours apart, what you're gonna do is that you wouldn't be hungry and you wouldn't want to have to run to grab to go get the first thing on site. Stay hydrated is another tip I'll give with regards to PCOS cravings. And then again, it's going to have the times where you're going to want to give in. So moderation is key, and also creating your own at-home healthy snack. So using your fruits, your nuts and seeds, your Greek yogurt. So those are some tips to help with PCOS cravings.
Thank you. Okay.
Most
Anyone
welcome.
else have any questions? Don't be shy.
And even if you want to share like struggles you're having with your fitness journey and PCOS or
Yeah.
anything like that, please, by all means.
So yeah, so currently I am struggling. So I was sick, really sick for like 2 months. I wasn't really eating properly or eating at all because I was vomiting and all these different things. And as soon as I started back eating, I was eating anything. Past 2 weeks, I was eating it. It doesn't matter. Chocolate could have come my way. I was eating it because I couldn't eat for so long. And what I realized was that I'm just gaining weight rapidly. Like I am about 5 to 6 pounds up in 2 weeks. And what started to happen is started to break out like literally I get pain around my like that area, my ovary area, and it just starts to flare up again. And this for me now, like, is showing me that hey, diet is definitely affecting right now my PCOS. And then all the mood changes because I'm gaining a little bit of weight around my stomach area and just like this is happening really fast. And that has always been my struggle. Once I like deviate from my diet, once I stop exercising or taking supplements, I start to gain weight and all the other symptoms starts to appear. So yeah, that is currently my struggle with PCOS. So mine is more with regards to weight, um, and pain. I know a lot of people, it affects them differently. Some people have it really bad, so they have like hirsutism, like the facial hair, and all these different things. Um, so for some of my ladies that train, what they do and what has been helping them with like the intense symptom um is supplementation. So they take inositol, they take B complex, iron, magnesium, D3, what am I missing? Fish oil. And these supplements are actually what is helping them, actually helping their symptoms as compared to just taking city medication, metformin, and birth control. So that's the next thing like you guys could look at and incorporate into your diet. However, please talk to your doctors before you like try to like incorporate a lot of supplements because they could have like drug and nutrient interactions. So if you're already taking like a lot of medication for PCOS, just discuss it with them. Most times it don't, but just a little chat would help, any clarification. Yeah. Any more questions for me? Come on, guys. I'm here to answer all questions possible.
Or maybe they're shy. If you want to speak to Dana outside of this session, Dana, can you tell them where to find you on social media?
Yes. So, and any of my two accounts, Dana_Fitty, that's my personal account, but I would respond there. And Fitrology, which is my business account, I would also respond there, FITRLOGY or Dana, DANA_Fitty, FITTY. So you can message me at any two, I would respond.
Okay, I'm putting it in the chat. It's Dana_.
Fitty, FITTY. Yeah.
I'm putting it in the chat for anyone who would like to have it and speak
Yeah.
to you inside of this forum. But some people might be a little bit shy.
And that's fine. I completely understand. I will be willing to answer your questions.
So if no one else has any more questions, we want to thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you so much, Dana.
Not a problem.
But I learned a lot. Fitness has been something that I have struggled with over the years. I think I've tried a lot. I've done the gym thing. I have been in CrossFit. I have
Mhm.
been in an aerobics class. I think what I'm going to try next is aerobics dance. I don't have any rhythm, but I'm going to try. Because at this point for me, it is more than just losing weight. It's about staying physically active
Yeah,
and just making sure that I get my movement in because I know how important that is.
it's crucial. It's
Yes,
very important to
especially,
manage your symptoms. Yeah.
yeah, especially when you have a sedentary job.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta get that movement in and find some fun way of doing it. I don't play sports, I gotta find some way that makes me excited to actually want to go, but
Hmm.
at the same time won't cause me any flare-ups.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So
And
I think I just, yeah,
one
go
thing I
ahead.
want to say to everyone is no matter what is your goal on your fitness journey, consistency is key. And yes, it's a journey. You're gonna fall off. I'm going to say it honestly because I myself fall off a lot. You're gonna fall off, but just be patient with yourself and just try to be as consistent as possible. And that is key to any fitness journey.
And I think
Yeah.
that's a good point on which to end. Thank you so very much, Dana, for
You're
accepting
most
our invitation
welcome.
to share tonight. I truly appreciate it.
Yes,
I hope
yes.
the other ladies who are on that, even though you did not ask any questions, that the information that was shared was helpful for you and that it may have answered any questions you may have had in your mind. You can reach out to Dana for any other questions that you may have that you didn't
Yeah, I'll
weren't
definitely
able to
answer.
ask tonight. Thank you so much for that, Dana. Thank you
No
so very
problem. Have a good
much.
night, everyone.
Thank you. And with that, we
Bye.
say good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.